doing out there? This is Dad from Dad and Daughter Podcast. My name is Charles. How y'all doing today? As you see from the title, I don't think justice was served. Former dentist gets probation for botched procedure that left a 4-year-old girl blind, mute, with permanent brain damage. Okay, I'm screen recording this so that way you guys can follow along with me, hopefully a little better than me just reading it. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'll do it both ways, but anyway, I'm screen recording it this time. Let's scroll up here. Okay. Yes. Also, I do share frustration with the family, and we'll read on a little more and you'll understand why. Alright. And I do hope I am pronouncing this name correctly. Bethaniel Jefferson Inset, which I trust to be the picture on the left. Anyway, was sentenced after being found guilty of recklessly causing serious bodily injury to a child by omission in the case involving Nevaeh Hall. On the right here, this young lady that you see on your right there in the picture. And of course, then too, I don't know if the picture in the right is technically, Mom Bethany herself or whatever. I'm not sure. But if you know who is who, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to stand corrected. So, anyway, reading on. A former Texas dentist was sentenced to probation after her botched procedure left a 4-year-old girl permanently brain damaged, blind, mute, and in a wheelchair with 24/7 care because she can't walk or eat. Now, I know there's going to be a lot of you already drawing conclusions on that. I did a brief scan through of the article before this recording because I was like you. Okay, what happened? Okay, what did she do? Oh, she must have did this, she must have did that. We're going to read through and then we can come up with our own decisions after that. Bethaniel Jefferson, 46, who was found guilty of one count of recklessly causing serious bodily injury to a child by omission in a case involving little Nevaeh Hall, a jury found Jefferson guilty of a lesser charge than what she had been indicted on. I don't know if I said that word correctly. And prosecutors asked for 20 years, the Houston Chronicle reported. Okay, now this is a problem in our country, the United States. The justice system is soft on crime. Okay. This does not help matters none. I can understand, so far I am understanding the family's frustration and their anger. I can understand that. But like I said, I also read through the column here, so I completely understand the family's anger and frustration. Sorry if you hear Velcro. I went out and got me a new chair. It's more like a beach type chair, lawn chair, sorry. But on with the article. I don't think justice was served. Assistant Director District, Attorney Gilbert Sawtelle said, the paper reported. And I know I'm mispronouncing these names, so bear with me. right now you see just up to I don't think justice was served. You already know justice wasn't served. Okay, you already know that. We have a 4 year old, at the time 4 year old girl, little Nevaeh here, being permanently damaged in this way. You know, the brain damage, being blind, being mute, stuck in a wheelchair now. She needs 24/7 care because she can't walk or eat. You know justice was not served. That should be the first thing in your guys' mind is you know justice was not served after hearing that. You know, just guilty of a lesser charge? Really? Okay. Under the related coverage, Jim, and I am going to totally slaughter the last name, so I'm not going to attempt, who represented Nevaeh's family during the civil lawsuits in the case, applauded the verdict. Did I read that right? Applauded? Okay. Problem. And I'll get back to that here in a second. Okay, this verdict, he goes on, this verdict will make a difference. It will send a message to every crooked dentist and every incompetent dentist. It will send them a message that they will be held accountable. John, John Kovac, Jefferson's attorney, told Law and Crime that his client screwed up and was criminally negligent in not calling 911. In court, he made an emotional plea to the jury not to send her to prison. Okay, now here comes Grandma. Grandma has 2 cents to throw in. Okay, this is Grandma. This is the grandmother of the girl, now 11, said the defendant gets to walk free, live her life, go about her business. Okay, so right there, how fair is that? Nevaeh is, yes, still here on this earth, but she's not the same Nevaeh anymore because of the negligence. Okay? Nevaeh will never be the same. All right? So I don't know how this lawyer that represented Nevaeh's family, how he could sit there and applaud the verdict. Where was that at? Oh, right here. Look right at it. Yeah, he applauded the verdict. This girl, the dentist, the had been dentist, gets to walk free and live her life. Nevaeh can't. So how is that fair? You know? Yeah, how is that fair? Anyway, and that I don't see that sending a message to any other crooked dentist as far as you're going to be held accountable because you're going to get slapped on the wrist. Don't do it again. No. A young lady cannot live her life anymore because of what happened, but an older lady can still roam free and live her life. I don't think so. Going on. Let me see if I can find my spot. Yep, right after Grandma. Okay. Nevaeh won't get to go to her prom, walk down the aisle to get married, enjoy her birthdays where she can run around and play, which is what a child's supposed to do, she said. Yeah, Nevaeh will never be able to get to do all that. Okay, never. She'll never get to experience anything like that. The incident happened on January 2016 when Jefferson sedated Nevaeh and the girl began having seizures, according to a document filed by the Texas State Board of Dental Examiners when it revoked Jefferson's license for failing or falling, below the minimum standard of care. Jefferson tried to treat the girl's seizures by administering oral medications instead of contacting emergency personnel, the board said. She allowed the girl to remain in a dangerous hypoxic state for several hours before she called 911. Okay, that's even more negligence because she took her time. The dentist took her time in calling 911. Took her time. Now, if anyone does watch this, I don't care how far into the future you do happen to catch this because this channel is still fairly new. I dare you to stand up for that dentist. Make it sound like she didn't do anything wrong. I dare you. And then and then I know how many people are just as bad as her in this world. Anyhow, the dentist deserved jail time. Okay. Would it have been the 20 years? I don't know. Sorry for that little ding. It was my other phone sitting right next to the one I'm using right now. So my apologies. I forgot to turn that sound down. So anyways, the dentist does belong in jail. 20 years, I don't know. But she does deserve some jail time. Okay? But no, she got a slap on the wrist and she gets to walk free and live her life. We get to scroll up again. Yay. And poor Nevaeh's blood oxygen level dropped and remained low for about 5 hours. Jefferson did not realize that the girl was in shock and testified in her license revocation, let me pronounce that clearly, hearing that when she checked on the girl, she thought the patient was cold. Well, I don't know the person's blood oxygen level or if they just cold. I don't know none of that either. So I can't comment on this particular paragraph. Jefferson gave the girl water orally using a syringe, but when she began having a seizure, she gave her Valium mixed with water. She calmed down and took more water, but threw up the water and began shaking violently. Okay, now I don't know when the dentist actually called 911 or if she even did. But don't you think that when a person starts, sitting there in your chair or whatever, they start shaking violently for whatever reason, you're going to call 911 like right there, right then and there? Cell phone. I know people you got them in your pockets. There's always a desk or a table within like 5 feet no matter where you're at in the dentist office, that you could pick up a phone and call. All right, that should be a clue. 911 should be called, but hey. Jefferson called her pastor several times and a pharmacy to inquire about drug interactions. The paramedics were called at about 4:30 p.m. When they arrived, the girl hadn't been receiving oxygen. When the paramedics started an IV, she had a seizure and then another one when she got to the hospital's emergency room. A doctor noted Nevaeh had concerning symptoms on her neurologic exam and found her to be in a stuporous, I hope I said that right, stuporous state, and wasn't opening her eyes or responding to any external stimuli, including her family. I think anyone, I don't care how old you are, because things interact with kids differently than they do adults. Okay? Medications interact with kids differently than they do with adults. Okay? So, yeah, she might not have been even, she might, yeah, she's wasn't reacting to nothing. Yeah, she might, I can't find my words right now. I'm so worked up. But anyway, she might have been totally out of it. I mean, not, at this point, I don't even think she was breathing. Unless I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Okay, I could be wrong on that, but I, she might have been breathing, but I don't, you're out of it if you're not, something's wrong. You're not reacting to even your own family. There's something wrong. Okay, just straight up something wrong. Oh, she was breathing. Okay. Although she could breathe on her own, she could not control her secretions or swallow. The doctor determined she had hypoxic someone please let me know what that is. If you can spell it out in its pronunciation, please do so. That would help me out greatly, and I thank you greatly for it. Brain injury due to lack of oxygen. She remained nearly coma-like for several days. Well, a coma would explain why she wasn't reacting to anything. The doctor did not see any improvement over several days while she was under her care and reported Jefferson to the board because she felt she should have called 911 as soon as the girl began having seizures. Totally agree. Totally agree. She should have, but she did not. So I'm with the doctor on that one. She acknowledged wrongdoing. She said she was in shock when her patient began having her first seizure that morning and said if something like that happened again, she would immediately call 911. Well, Jefferson, a little too late for that, don't you think? Don't you think? A little too late for that? Yeah, I think it might be a little too late for that. A jury awarded the family $95.5 million in a civil lawsuit, but it could not be paid out in full because Jefferson's malpractice insurance could not cover the cost, the Chronicle reported. Okay, well, that's well, I wonder how old Nevaeh is. I don't even, without going back to the topic list, I don't know when this article came out. Um, but yeah, you know what? Let's see, when did this article come out? Oh well, that just sucked right there. Um, oh, okay, okay, 2 hours ago. 2 hours ago. It's this top one right here. All right, just 2 hours ago. So yeah, little Nevaeh, 11 years old now. I I wish her all the best, and now she needs 24/7 care. So I wish the people the best. And how can you how can you just sit there and just watch all of this go until it finally clicks on you? Oh, I should call 911. Really? Now, myself, my wife does have seizures, and she told me this when we first got together. I'm like, okay, cool, you know. But you don't know. Because to me, when my wife had a seizure in front of me a couple times, yeah, it scared me. But she calmed down. She got back to her old self. But yeah, she was mad at me for not calling for ambulance or whatever, because I didn't call for one. She got mad at me for that, and I'm like, you were having a seizure. I was scared, stuffless. I couldn't react. But this is a professional dentist. Okay, should know what to do at the first sign of any complications, but did not. So now Nevaeh stuck in a wheelchair now, mute, blind, brain damaged. I wonder how that lady feels now. I wonder how Miss Jefferson thinks of that situation now. I wonder how she feels. I hope she feels bad. I do. Actually, she should feel like a pile of crap. And this should be on her mind every day. I don't care what she's doing. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on her mind every day. And I will actually laugh if every day she gets ridiculed for that. Even today. Just 24/7 getting ridiculed. I'd be laughing. So, yeah, please send your best, send prayers, whatever, for the family and to the family and to Nevaeh. Uh, yeah, if miracles happen, Nevaeh can use one right now. A big one. Sorry, I'm drinking coffee. So yeah, prayers to Nevaeh, to the family, friends that happen to be also affected by this, because I'm pretty sure they had close friends. But yeah, this is just, I'd say gut wrenching, but no. gut wrenchings on the lighter side of things of this. So, because we're talking about a child. No child deserves this. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. You take care. And I'll catch you in the next video.